It's been an incredible challenge that has forced me to reach down deep inside. And I have nothing. Yeah, just completely empty up here and terrifying. But we did have one idea. Hey, Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?
Yeah, sure, Ryan. Cool Geeks Tribunal, eternal, forever.
Don't you wish you
Cool Geeks Tribunal back, full effect, cups up. Yeah. All right, so we're back in the building. Let's talk about it. Gave it a little bit of time to simmer in my mind. I had to figure it out, think, what do I feel about this? Hugh Jackman in the MCU. He died in Logan, Fox property. Now Disney is bringing him back, Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds is hype. Hugh seems to be hype. Kevin Feige, his hands is all over this. Is it really a good thing? Can Hugh Jackman bring the MCU back to where it seems to have veered off with many of these Disney properties and bring a certain credibility back to it? Many fans seem to be excited about it. Me, not so much. Why? Hugh Jackman, respect to him for what he brought to the role, but in all my years of reading Wolverine comic books and then seeing what he did with his opportunity as the character, Logan, Patch vibes, I never really got that off of Hugh Jackman so much. When I look at what he did with the first two Wolverine movies, like I said, Logan, very good movie. So he kind of, we did much better with that one. When I think about him in X-Men 1, 2, X-Men 3, United, not that excited. Days of Future Past, I felt him on that one. That was good. That was really, really good. I definitely dug him with that. I think it's time for something fresh, a fresh take. Want something new, something different vibe. Somebody that truly feels like it's somebody that you could see it before they even do it. Sort of like Jack Nicholson playing the Joker. You knew he was going to be perfect for it. You could see it. Wesley Snipes' Blade. You could see that. Now, true, sometimes it is best when you don't see something coming and it surprises you, and it's a pleasant surprise. Michael Keaton as Batman. I would say definitely Heath Ledger as the Joker. But do any of those guys, does Hugh Jackman ever really give you that vibe, that feeling? Not to me. To me, who gives me that feeling, I would say right now, is Norman Reedus, Daryl Dixon of The Walking Dead. I think that if you're not going to cast him as Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch, it got to be Wolverine. I think he makes the most sense. Now, back in the day, I would have definitely given it to a young Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon Part 1 Mel Gibson. But that's not 1987. If they want to do an Old Man Logan over again, MCU style, sure, definitely holla at Mel. But for right now, I think in order to capture the essence, Weapon X, Patch, Logan, James Howlett, the Wolverine, it has to be Norman Reedus. Now, in terms of ranking superheroes, we would probably go with Superman as number one, the most popular. We've already seen him done perfectly with Christopher Reeve. Batman or Spider-Man can go in the second or third spot. That's the most interchangeable. It's very, very close. But I'll give it to Spidey on number 2. And number 3, I'll give it to Batman. We've seen those done excellently. Tom Holland got it right now. Tobey Maguire, cool. Had his good points, had very low points. Um, the other guy, oh man, forgot my guy's name right now. But anyway, we know who was the other guy in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, not so much. His movies didn't really hit like that. But definitely Tom Holland right now, they're knocking it out of the park with him. So the MCU was supposed to do what Fox, Sony, Universal, when they had those properties between the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, X-Men, Spider-Man, they didn't fully capture the essence of the comic book the same way that the MCU did, especially in the first phase. With the popularity of those three characters that I mentioned that have already had a very good run in their movies, and shout out to Christian Bale as Batman, we got to get Wolverine all the way right now. It's been a while. Hugh Jackman had his shot with, his own solo movies, X1, X2, and X3, The Last Stand. Kind of up and down to me on those. I don't think he really moved the needle so much in those. Definitely not in his solo flicks. Like I said, Logan, really good. Days of Future Past, excellent. I really loved him in that one. But it's okay to move on. Recast him. Get a new vibe. Why do I say Norman Reedus? If you watch The Walking Dead, he is a loner. He has the voice. The voice, number one, is so important, right? Because you can do makeup, you can do CGI for the look, but the voice, did voiceovers and things like that, and we know what James Earl Jones did for Darth Vader, while someone else was under the mask. But if you can get it all in one person, let's get that. So when you listen to Norman Reedus, the way he speaks, he can do as a leading man. Since Andrew Lincoln stepped away for about a good season or two off The Walking Dead, Daryl has become the leading man and he's killing it. Or Norman Reedus as Daryl. We want somebody that has a look. Now, yes, Norman Reedus will have to definitely bulk up, hit the gym, but he can definitely do that. Get that going. He has the look. When you read the origin comic book of Wolverine, I believe it was issue 3 or 4. He was on the cover. Wolverine as James Howlett was on the cover with the wolf, a loner. Like, you totally see that when you're watching Norman Reedus run around in the woods with the dog, in these latter seasons of The Walking Dead. So he just totally, like, you can see it. So just give him a good script, give him a shot. I'm definitely advocating for him. It's time. So if this is a situation where they're kind of just breaking down the fourth wall with Hugh Jackman, and they're going to bring him back for one time in Deadpool 3, and a little bit of nostalgia for a little bit of fanfare, cool. Give it to the fans that definitely appreciated him. I appreciate him, for certain times that he played the character, in those two situations. Like I said, Logan, Days of Future Past. The rest of those, we could leave that. We don't need it. It's all right. Could let it go. And move on to a new character in his own show, his own series, his own X-Men movies, all through Marvel, all through Disney. Bring back that macho man. We need Wolverine to be macho. We need, like that gruff. I just don't think Hugh Jackman was gruff enough. I think that Norman Reedus definitely gives off that sort of vibe, that energy naturally, like, a alpha male sort of vibe that we gotta have. And and you gotta bring that back. You gotta get to that sort of energy when dealing with these superheroes that have already been established, and bring that element back to where we know our superheroes are definitely strong, they're empathetic, but they also do have that, sort of tough guy image, because that's what Wolverine is. He's the ultimate tough guy. So with that said, that's my take. That's how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm feeling about it. You know what I say? Subscribe for the vibe. Like us if you like us. Let me know what you think in the comments. Holla at me. Who do you want as Wolverine? Do you want it to always be Hugh Jackman forever and ever? Or is it time for a new fresh take, fresh face? And we see what the MCU is thinking, how they feeling, where they want to go with it. If they're good where they're at and they want to just keep it like that, I guess we got to deal with it. But nothing wrong with trying something new. Anyway, Chester Hero, Cool Geeks Tribunal, once again, cups up. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
Within us all live a Superman. Within our souls to survive. Don't you wish you were Superman? Or don't you wish you were Superman?